I'm sat by the side of a road at a bus stop waiting for a National Express bus on Tuesday, after a fortnight away in the UK. I went to Boomtown for a week and then went straight from there to Kentwell Hall Tudor reenactment for a week, and then straight from there to Brighton for a day. Stayed at my friend's house for 2 nights, and now I'm here in Brighton, about to get the National Express coach back to Heathrow Airport, and then the flight back to Guernsey, and then the ferry to Sark. And it's been so needed. I was feeling very ready for a break. I hadn't left the islands. I hadn't been back to the UK and left the Channel Islands since Christmas, and I had only left Sark once or twice since then, and that's quite a long time. And I think other than that bus go by, other than it's weird sitting with traffic and the air is so dirty, like it's just, I can't believe we put up with this air and this world, this life. I look at it and it's so foreign to me now, like just sitting here next to traffic. Like, fuck, this is what our lives is like, and it's there is another way, and it's not like this, and I highly recommend it. And I know that we can't all live on Sark, but we could change the way we live. I mean, we're heading to hell in a handcart, and we're all going to die if we don't. So, you know, it's not me just being weird and wacky. It's like, what do you want to do? Just fucking literally kill ourselves? Or do we give up the gas guzzling wheels? Do we stop this way of living? Do we stop living like this? I think we have to, personally. And I do live differently, and it makes me very happy. But also, it's fucking hard work being in community, especially such a diverse community. Like, I'm in amongst so many neuronormal beige people, and it's fucking hard work. And one thing I've realised from being away and just from recent times, mainly from like the 3 firemen climate change denying in front of me, is that when you have a neuronormative community, and where there are a lot of neuronormal people accept the grand narrative. The grand narrative is the story that, like, the powers that be are telling you. So, like, the government, the royals, the hierarchical structure that is in place propagates a perspective and a narrative that benefits them. And it is coined, created, written, authored, so that it keeps you in your, like, neat little place. It stops you asking too many questions. It keeps you behaving and doing the things they want you to do. And it has everyone carry on, keep calm and carry on. And that's not really the situation right now. We are absolutely at everyone stop what you're doing and do something different stage, and have been for quite some time. But when you live somewhere where people are neuronormal and therefore, basically, if you're neuronormative, it means that the script is written for people like you. Like, people like you are more likely to believe in the grand narrative because it fits with you and it suits you. And if you're in any way a person who is othered, if you're a person of colour, if you're LGBTQ, if you're female, if you're poor, if you don't fit in, or if you're neurodivergent and disabled or whatever, then you can see from the outside that the system doesn't work, because it doesn't work for you. And so it's easier for you to question the narrative and question what's going on. Whereas people who are, normal, kind of fit into it a lot better. And therefore, I've been spending a lot of time living in a community where, on the whole, people believe the story, even though none of us are normal in Sark, just because we live in such a weird world. You know, we live a really weird life. All the people who think they're normal in Sark, if you took them out of Sark and put them in London or Manchester or Liverpool or any city in England, they would seem so fucking weird. Like, you know, all the stuff you know about tractors and the tides and fishing and all the things that you know that you think like is so normal is not normal in the slightest. The fact you know what a mackerel sky is not normal. So yeah, it makes me laugh that what they think is normal is far from it, but they still buy into the big story. So it's been an absolute joy to be away from that narrative and that world. You know, they've definitely got, I think because of the Trump fascist uprising that is happening, neuronormal people are being given permission to be the worst versions of themselves, and so people have become a lot spikier in the last year, and people have been dicks to me a lot more than they were previously. And I think it's just because they've got permission to be like that. Like, I came out from behind the bar the other day and they all like literally jumped out of their skin because I was wearing pink. I was like, mate, I've been wearing pink every day for 4 years. What the fuck are you talking about? And, you know, I'm not wearing a mirror ball helmet or a flowery headdress. Like, this is really toned down for me. And you jumped as if I did something fucking weird. But it would have been weird if I came out behind the bar wearing black. You know, it's like me jumping out of my skin at the fact that they're drinking Carling and wearing like some work-themed t-shirt. They're so dull, it's ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, I've had a lovely 2 weeks being free from that, and it's been so inspiring to be around artists and neurospicy people and people who are curious and interested in the world around them, who make and do such incredible things. Like Boomtown is just so incredible, so creative, and such a joy to be part of. And then Kentwell, so smart. People are so smart there. So yeah, I'll share some of the things that I've experienced over the last 2 weeks. And first of all, let's start with a bit of Boomtown. We're in the car on our way to Boomtown! Yay! Woo! And I'm in the car with AJ, who's on a previous episode of Nonsense in the Chaos. And AJ's coming to be part of the team. What's your role? What are you going to be doing?
So I am front of house for the priestesses. So kind of vibe checking or supporting vibes, leaning into druid.
Nice.
So yeah, like bringing this nature connection to the crowd basically as a starter before they link with you.
Awesome.
That's what I'm planning.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's right.
Yeah, that's perfect. Absolutely. And then the priestesses are doing the opening ceremony again. We're on the Hydra stage, and we're going to be doing a blessing the festival, calling in the dragon energy, because that dragon, we were just talking about the dragon energy from the Emerald podcast, and we were talking about the dragon episode, and I was saying how dragon energy is like the not personification, because it's not a person, but the animism of
symbol, almost symbolism.
The symbol of earth energy, and that like a river cutting through the earth looks like a snake slithering through the land, and and you don't know whether it's going to devour you or, you know, embrace you. It can do either. It can be benevolent or it can be malevolent, and it's this really powerful being. And that bowl that we're in, the land temple that is Boomtown, is a specific place for pooling that energy. So that there's a snake-like serpent that's that sort of wiggly path from the artist camping that goes all the way to the bowl through the campsite. It's that route. So there's this like slithery snake shape that comes into the bowl, and then the bowl is this seriously womb shaped. I mean, it's so womb shaped, it's ridiculous. Like, it's clearly been carved. You can see it has been, because you can see the like terracing and stuff on it. That's just what our ancestors got up to, was they shaped huge swathes of land. Like, I think the first time I heard about the land temple, I wasn't 100% sure that was necessarily true. And then I was watching Instagram reels the other day, and there was a guy talking about another place. I can't remember where it was now, but again, it was this huge. Oh, it was Avebury. He was looking at the sites of Avebury and how they connect, and how all the high points all have a similar thing on them. But the high points aren't all in Avebury. Some of them are like miles away in other places, but they all have a long barrow on the top, like the Kennet long barrow. And so they were all connected, and so they were dealing with massive views. Basically, they were working with huge swathes of land. And I guess it's because they were nomadic, they knew that land in that way, but they did also come together for pilgrimage, like they would pilgrimage to places and do things. And the bowl where we do Boomtown is one of those places. It's somewhere that they would come to, and then they'd go to Catherine's Hill in Winchester, and that was the King's Hill. And apparently all the Uther Pendragons of all the different, not Uther, all the Pendragons, Uther was one of them, but there was like a Scottish Pendragon and a Welsh Pendragon and a Cornish Pendragon, which was Uther. They would all come to St Catherine's Hill, and that was called the King's Hill, and they'd all come up onto the hill, and then they would talk about all the things that need doing in the country, from their different areas with their different expertise and points of view. They'd pool all their ideas, and then if someone had something they wanted to ask, they'd come up the hill, and whoever was the right person to address them because they had the right knowledge would be the High King. But it was a different High King for each situation. I love that. And the High King's like hiking. Hiking when we're talking.
And I think you're bringing into being more dragon in your costume. I don't know for next year.
We didn't bring that this year, but we've got our costumes are getting more dragony as we go along. Yeah, totally. So and then in the space this year, last year we redesigned Boomtown, and then that's the theme of this year's Boomtown. So it's like we've already done that. This chapter is radical redesign. But my radical redesign in the world is that I'm not up for putting up with the shit anymore. My hormones and thin skin means that I'm just like absolutely not putting up with this anymore, and it's come out in me standing up to people. So like last year it was a van with "You Cock" written on it. Last year I saw off the multimillionaires that were trying to take over Sark, and then like last week I said that someone couldn't stay at my house because they were being an absolute douchebag, going on about how much money they earned and stuff, and just being very menospheric. And I said, no, you can't stay at my house, you have to find somewhere else to stay. And it felt really empowering to do that, because I know that my tendency is to be polite, and also my tendency would have been to have like tried to impress him in the past, or like, because he's name dropping all these famous people and he's got loads of money and he's really successful, and none of that means anything to me, to the point where it's the opposite. It actually revolts me now. And so talking to the kids, and just like also talking to your friend who's living, your daughter's boyfriend, and just hearing the things that the young people have as conspiracy theories, and just what talking about flat earthing and things like that, and realizing that the reality for young people is so convoluted, and they've done it on purpose. The establishment, the powers that be, have purposefully fucked with us, so no one knows which way's up anymore. And they've done it on purpose to set us against each other, to not know what we can trust, all of these things. We're such an important generation because we remember a reality that was stable. Doesn't mean it was real, but we remember a stable reality, and we saw the steps that got us to where we are. We saw we saw how we got to where we are. So regardless of what the narrative was, like 9/11, I went down that path before of thinking it was a conspiracy. And then just it was the same with the moon landing. I've gone through the process of thinking that was a conspiracy, and then reaching the point where it's like, but it's not. Like there's too much invested in it. It's too much. Even till recently, it was only when I actually heard some scientists talking about it, who is people that I trust, like Brian Cox and people like that are like, it's their life's work, and they passionately care about what they're doing, and they clearly are physically involved in it. And just his response to that, and when I heard it, I was just like, okay, right.
I'll put that to bed.
Well, another one is your life.
Is COVID.
Exactly.
And
COVID.
That was another conspiracy held by by younger people as well, who didn't have the exposure actually to the real casualty. And it was so happened that someone was like, hey, really, was it that bad? And I'd been at a nurses summit that day that one of the nurses stood up and was like, I've had treatment for PTSD because I've never known so many people die in my shifts or in my working life. So, and that's such an important message, isn't it? Because it shut it down so quickly, and the person was like, of course. Thank you.
Well, no, but this is what people need to hear, is that, like, oh, of course. And the problem is I can't remember exactly what Brian Cox said, but when I heard him say it, I was like, okay, sorry. And the same with 9/11, the amount of people who died. I mean, okay, possibly, is there a possibility that America engineered it to some extent? There is a possibility that they were somehow slightly involved in... in it actually happening. Because they did, you know, in some way they did make it happen. But... you just have to be really careful, don't you? Because there's actual people's lives that were taken. And it was me telling that story of me being there when it kicked off in a protest against arms trade. And then suddenly thinking, God, am I going to get beaten the shit out of by the police? Because suddenly we're like, are we the terrorists? Like, it's mad. Anyway, it's boiling hot, so we're going to open the windows and let some fresh air in. But off we go on our Boomtown journey. Woo! We're backstage at Boomtown and we just did our dress rehearsal. Holly, how did it go?
Best rehearsal, yeah.
Except I didn't know it was beginning, so I was late getting on the stage because no one's telling us what's going on. Because what's the situation right now? We don't have any sound cues, any visual cues. There's no one on the stage. There's more of us. It's 2 minutes longer than what we normally have.
And we choreographed it all ourselves.
We choreographed it all ourselves, and no one's stage managing us.
And it's a bit like a toxic relationship.
Yes.
Everything is just like, oh my God, you're fucking squeezing us in all these ways. What do you mean you haven't got that? What do you mean we've got to do that on our... Oh, but you're so lovely and we love it. And thank you so much for all the fun. It's so fucking toxic.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Doing all of it at 35 degrees, but what an amazing thing to do.
It is an amazing thing
to do. You love the toxic relationship.
I do. I'm enamoured by it. I
want to live with them forever. Oh, but yeah, it was, yes, crazy. Well, I'm going to say we're backstage at the Artist Camping in Boomtown, and we've met a really awesome, sexy lady. Who's from Nottingham. She reminds me of my friend Grace, who's from Leeds. That's why I asked whether you're from Leeds, because you have the awesome northern, well, it's Midland accent though, isn't it? She's northern, you're Midlands. What's your name? Where'd you come from?
Hello, what's your name? Where you come from? Helena, and I'm from Nottingham.
Yeah. And what are you doing here?
I'm playing in a band called Baddie Issues. We're playing tomorrow at 3 p.m.
Yeah, where?
The Hangar 161 in Area 404.
Excellent. Punk. Yeah.
Rock and rolly
punky.
Things.
Done mainly naked and covered in glitter.
Yeah.
It sounds
something
so
for
good.
Everyone. It's a friendly show.
Available for weddings and bar mitzvahs.
Absolutely. Not just for the Radio 6 dads.
And how many times have you been here?
Since 2022.
2022.
Yeah.
So we started on the same year.
Yeah. The last time it was this hot and dry.
Yeah, we've not had wet years though, have we, since we've been coming?
Last year it rained like a bit on the Thursday, but then it went back to being red hot.
I was really ill and I slept all day that day, and I was really glad that it was raining because I just stayed in bed.
Yeah, literally, you missed absolutely nothing.
Imagine being ill at the moment and having to lie in a tent. Like,
no, it should be like illegal to be in a tent when it's this hot.
It's 36 degrees when we got in the car earlier.
And like the sun came up at like 5 a.m. too, and when you're in a tent, like you get to a point where you've got to just get out of it. We're lucky that we've got the vans this year, but like poor bloody souls
like
over
the actual guys over there, and also they're all out. They're just walking around, high as a kite in the sunshine. It's like, you guys,
literally
sit in the shade.
Go, can you just drink some water?
We drove past this guy who was just sat in the bright sun on a deck chair, like just smoking a fag, and we were all like, "Where's your wife?" Someone needs to tell him to stop doing that.
Oh no, we've got one unsupervised.
Yeah, it's an unsupervised one. Yeah. He hasn't even got a fucking hanky on his head, and he's not got the sun to like cover himself.
Thing is though, they're going to learn the hard way, aren't they?
Yeah.
This
well,
is
no,
gonna
but they
be the
don't. No,
thing.
that's why we're in this mess.
True, very true.
I mean, they're going to learn the hard way in the end.
In the end.
In the very end.
What we said earlier, you just go up this mountain, and then eventually you're just going to run out of mountain
fall off the cliff.
Off.
Will you learn your lesson then? We'll see.
Don't be silly. Point where I'm like, fuck your routine.
Yeah.
I want chaos.
Yeah. I thought that I hated routine until I started working, because I've always been self-employed.
Yeah.
And so my routine was there, but I didn't realise because I was fully in control of my life.
Yeah.
And then since moving to Sark, I've been working in a pub, and because I actually have set times that I have to be somewhere.
I hate it.
Well, no, it's I hate it. I mean, I do hate it, except I am getting paid to be in the pub, and my booze is free, and people are just buying me drinks, and it's called the Mermaid Tavern, and it is quite funny.
Nice.
And being paid, and also I could possibly never leave the house unless I like, because I'm getting paid to leave the house. I'm like, okay, I get paid to exercise and I get paid to go to the pub, so that's all good. But then as soon as anyone changes my shifts, I forget, and then I'll be like in Guernsey on another rock, and there's no way for me to get home, and I'll get a phone call and they're like, "Are you opening the Mermaid?" And I'll be like, "Oh fuck."
No,
I can't. I'm on another rock.
I'm the same as you. I've always been self-employed.
Yeah.
I'm great as long as I'm in control.
Yeah.
The minute someone's like, "Oh, you're working on this day," I'll be like, "I've not told you."
Yeah.
Available
I might not be feeling like it on that day.
Yeah. Right.
That's the thing I don't enjoy, is someone having control of my time.
Yeah.
But I didn't realise until people changed my routine that I then just couldn't cope, and then it was like, actually I do need routine. It's just that I'm normally in charge of it.
This is what I'm feeling like at the moment. It's like tattooing used to be so busy, and it wasn't as oversaturated as it is now. And like, I was busy all the time, but I, like you said, I had structure.
Yeah.
And I was in control of it, so it was okay. Like, the anarchist in me could keep the fuck quiet.
Yeah.
And now, obviously, because it's a luxury service, like, you're not going to lose...
What sort of protein?
You're not going to lose, like, your livelihood if you don't get a tattoo or whatever. Whereas if you can't pay your bills, you can't pay your bills.
Yeah.
And now I've gone from being busy and having structure and not worrying about making, like, bills paid at the end of the month and stuff, to going, shit.
Yeah.
And, like, I've had to find things that are as filling time-wise and enjoyment-wise that can fit these gaps, which is how I enjoy doing music.
Is it? Yeah. Wow.
Well, I've always been musical.
It's not normally the thing that you choose to like make more money with.
Quite a lot of tattooers are like doing band music, because we need this creative outlet where it bears our soul and lets you know who we are, but in a way where you get to enjoy it as well.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't, I've always been musical, but it was like, okay, one, I don't give a fuck anymore, and two, like, I've got this creative passion and energy to like direct into something again.
Yeah. I'm thinking I'm going to try and learn to DJ and MC.
Do it.
Yeah, that's the thing that I would like to do. Because Channel Islands is very forgiving, because it's the 90s, and so no one's like very clued up about things. Like, there's no cabaret, for example. If I was to do any shit cabaret, it would be a complete epiphany to everyone, because they literally have never seen it.
Malta's like tourist season. My friend has a bar that does open mic, and they always get me to come and sing in it.
Yeah.
And it's more vibrant and busy when it isn't tourist season, because it's all the like musicians who are the singers that do the busking will come, and then they'll form like the mega band. And it's sick. The whole way I got confident after my surgery it was before my surgery, singing, and having the reassurance that actually this thing that I've done quietly on my own and never shown anyone, like a sketchbook or whatever, I'm actually quite good at it.
Yeah.
And it was singing. Doing
well, that's what I love about the Channel Islands is they all just play music, which feels more European than English. Because in England, people only do it when, like, you only reveal it once it's polished and brilliant.
Yeah.
So there isn't that, like, just people jamming in pubs or just like
Irish
spontaneous. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
No
Channel Islands is so ego. Like that. Exactly. Everyone's just putting on their little festivals. So come and pick a card. Isn't it nice to dump all the stuff? Because there's so much. No, that was great. I was like, yes, Ellie, get it out. Death! Boom! Amazing. Well, death is absolute full transformation. If we want to change, no, you keep it. That's your archetype to work. You won't keep it. We'll keep it for the ceremony. So that's your archetype to work with over this weekend. It's about full transformation. And like going forwards as well, it's like what comes from this weekend and you going out, taking that with you is like such a transformation that it's like a death. And it's full, it's like a caterpillar changed into a butterfly. It's never going to be the same again. It's a completely different world. And that's what we need to make happen. Awesome. Death and rebirth.
Just now, actual genuine scientific research that shows that butterflies and moths remember their
they retain memory from the soup. Memory comes out of the soup. Yes, I've heard that recently.
They train the butterflies the caterpillars to react to certain smells, and the butterflies react to the same smell.
Yeah, so they take the memory with them, which is very cool.
Wow.
Yeah, everything feels very soupy at the moment.
Very soupy.
We're in a soupy time.
Sweat is soupy.
Excellent, thank you, Ellie. That was awesome. Yeah, grab water. Scarlett.
Yeah, I think it's Palestine is a microcosm of like these big powerful people just doing whatever the fuck they want, and this has been going on for like time immemorial. I heard someone say, "Oh, do you think genocide is in human nature? Is it in human nature to commit genocide?" And my gut reaction is like, well, yes, because we keep fucking doing it. We just do it over and over and over again. We've been ever since like the Normans invading England or like Vikings before them. It's like
the numbers were just smaller.
Yeah,
they were smaller villages, and now it's like catastrophically. I mean, it was catastrophic to kill a whole village, but when you're killing like a whole country, it's like
But we have the technology to do that. And what my bugbear, like the thing that I feel so helpless in the face of it. It's like, what do you do? Like, how do you? You can't do anything. You just have to let it happen. Because you cannot stop it. You cannot stop it. It has to be another powerful person who stops it. And at the moment, all of the powerful people in the international community have an alliance.
I thought you were going to say having a lion.
That's what I know.
Having a lion.
We're sleeping on it. We made some promises earlier, and it's like this whole, the breakdown of that world order is kind of happening with, America just kind of breaking all the rules and not really honouring those treaties, and it's just shown how flimsy all of that even ever was. It was a gentleman's agreement the whole time. So as soon as you just go, no, we're just going to fucking pull it a bomb, we're just going to bomb the fuck out of you, fuck you. What happens when everyone starts doing that? Shit.
Why won't they be doing that?
They just do whatever the fuck they want. They're like, oh, this is your land, is it? Well, we're going to put a pipeline here. And it's just all the way up to all the way down. Like, people with power going mad with it and not really considering, not caring. They don't care.
But they're not considering the consequences, because it is like, well, if you can do that, then why should any of us agree with the gentleman's agreement?
Short-sighted.
Yeah.
And that is
because the money doesn't actually exist.
Yeah, the money doesn't exist.
When the system, the system.
We've all got to agree with all of it.
So actually, there's a point where it would just move on.
Yeah.
Or if you're going to trash all the agreements, then all the agreements.
Yeah, all bets are off.
All bets are off, and then it's just going to be this 404 lawlessness.
Yeah.
But it is already that. They're all above the law. Like every single one of these men has been tried or should be tried or is waiting to be tried or whatever. They're still doing it all. Like they're all above the law. Like there's no
the
legal
law
system.
stops meaning, I think.
There's no legal systems in the world.
They just change it.
But there's no legal system in the world that's able to take them down currently.
No.
Because they're more powerful than all of them.
We watched the Lockerbie documentary about the Lockerbie disaster, where like Libyan leader Gaddafi. I was about to say Gandhi. I was like, that's not the right one.
Not the right guy. Gandalf.
Like a state-sanctioned violence. Like he ordered it. Like a state head was like, I want you to do some terrorism. So they went and did some terrorism. And it was, and then in the end, one guy got like 7 years in jail. And you're just like, what do we do in the face of this perpetual power abuse?
Yeah. Come and pick a card.
It's the star.
It's the Aquarius, the opposite of you, little Leo. Yay.
I'm a big Leo.
You're a big Leo. I'm a massive motherfucking Leo, bitch.
Leo's on Leo, right?
Woohoo! It was so funny. For years she was like, I'm not Leo, what were you?
I was like, I'm Cancer and Leo, so I'm just like really balanced with like the fire and the water. And then like I actually looked at my birth chart and I was like,
I'm just wall to wall Leo.
I don't know you very well, but that makes sense.
I was like, that's such a Leo thing to do. Yeah, brilliant. So Aquarius, the opposite, and that's the collective. So it's the star being part of the constellation, and that's the whole theme of everything that's happening right now.
That's why I made him.
Excellent.
Because he's like all like opposites, like everything blending together, the yin and the yang, the shady side of the mountain. Sometimes you're shady, sometimes like all people of all things, all coming together, supporting each other through the World Wide Web. Fruits, community, sharing things. Forests, when insects start attacking a forest, they send signals through their mycelium so all the trees can start protecting themselves against the insects. So we have this, and when we did the pilgrimages, what we found was communities who were strong, who had really good community spirit. They were really resilient. They were really resilient, and I just think encouraging people to form communities wherever they are, whatever that means for them. Right or wrong way to do it, but just have your community, and that will help you weather
the storm.
Having the right tools. This is what is the Boomtown poem.
Yeah.
And last night I said this city everyone belongs in this city to empower people, but we need the tools in our hand to be able to work to build that community, that that togetherness.
Brilliant. Thank you.
The problem with going to space isn't going to space. The problem is like, why are you putting money into that when
before we sort this out? Yeah. Space is fine if we were doing this well. Let's not fuck this one up first.
We've got the money and power and resources to sort out a lot of problems. We're just making.
And what definitely doesn't help is setting off loads of CO2 to send a space rocket into space. No, exactly. That's not part of the solution. So pick a card. Chariot. So the chariot is being all dressed up but not getting anywhere. So look, he's like shining, he's got his lovely knight and shining arm. It's like Elon Musk. He's like looking great, but he's just on a statue. It's not actually moving. Yeah, it's just oh, this is me riding a chariot. It's like, yeah, but you're not actually riding a chariot. And it is about a journey. We're on a journey, so it is still about a journey, but it's about the lessons that need to be learned and the armament that needs to be shed for us to actually get moving. That's not actually moving. And so it's a really, I think that being all dressed up and nowhere to go is because we've done everything about the outer and we're not, the inner, It's like we have everything in our power to do this. You know, we've got all the expertise and everything, but we're choosing to put on this fake.
It's a choice, isn't it?
Yeah, this fake armour and pretend to be something we're not, and it's not going anywhere. Almost like I can't think about. I kind of can't think about the animals to the level of what it actually like. It just I would just probably just die from heartbreak. It's like, yeah, it's unforgivable. I had a moment when we were walking up to COP26 where I had a bit of a breakdown basically when we got to Glasgow, and I heard that the world leaders had all got in a helicopter and flown off, and we hadn't even got there yet. And I burst into tears, and I had a very dramatic moment where I ran down a jetty and ran into the sea and was going to just keep going, and I was just like, fuck this, and I just like kind of nearly tried to obliterate myself, and I literally had the earth like stop me. I like hit a wall that wasn't there. I just hit this energetic wall, and I literally heard Mother Earth say to me, if you die now, that's the fucking worst ending. She didn't swear, but that's the worst ending to this story. And she basically told me off and was like, you have to go back there and you have to do everything you can, because it was basically like the prodigal son. It's like, yeah, it's shit that son got treated better when he came back, but like, if your child killed all your other children and fucked everything up and then killed themselves, you'd be like, nice one, mate. It doesn't make it any better that they've killed everyone, but if they spend the rest of their lives repenting and trying to make amends and doing something about it, that's a much better ending. At least something, yeah, it's like, that's why when people die and it's a shit story between you and that person, it's sometimes harder than when it's a good story between you and that person, because that's the end of that story, and we have to do everything we can for it not to be a shit end to this story, even if there's only a handful of us left doing it at the end. But like, we have to keep going. We have to keep going to make amends in some way. And if that's what we can keep passing on, that at least at some point in maybe 500 years time, we're like, and these people kept on going, and because these people said keep going, in the end we created this conservation patch, and that grew and it grew, and that life did get saved. And at some point that might be the story, but we have to keep on going just because that might be the story. Because otherwise I'm like, yeah, I'll just fucking kill her. But yeah, she literally told me no. No. Okay. Pull a card. The Emperor. And that is about sitting in your throne of power, but the throne of power is not about you being Donald Trump. It's sovereignty, not sovereignty. So how to be of service. A good leader is someone who is serving their people. And it's meant to be that you're the king head. You're meant to be the head of the body politic. And if your body's sick, which this one is, then the head, which is Trump, is fucking sick, which we're fully aware of. And so the whole body's sick. The head needs to be healthy. The head needs to be well. So being in that seat of power is not about being in the seat of power and then fucking chopping your arm off. It's about sitting in that seat of power and making sure the whole of you is healthy and well. Cool. The Eon. There you go. So the Eon is like, so this is the Eon of Horus. It's the golden and conquering child, which is the era that we're now in. So this kind of brings me on to what I'm feeling, and this is what I feel like we can kind of work with this Boomtown energy, is that they are the next generation. The kids are the next generation, and they are growing up in this completely new reality. And the Eon is about these different levels and layers of reality, and we are in a new Eon now. And it's the Age of Aquarius, it's the Eon of Horus. And I've said this to you guys loads of times, but Alan Moore, who wrote V for Vendetta, which is where the Anonymous Mask comes from, saying that we were ice people in the Ice Age, and we were still committing genocide on tribes and groups, and we killed off the Neanderthals, and like, you know, we've been doing it since the beginning of time, but we were in small groups and very spread out, and we were like nomadic, but we knew our land, we knew our places, and then we became water, and we moved around the earth, and we enslaved people, and we colonized, and we went all around the world as water, and now we're turning into steam, and so everything's doubling exponentially. Inventions, memory storage, fucking madness, fake news, AI, everything is just going, and we're turning into steam, and no one knows what is going to happen, including the powers that be, because they are fucking the narratives up so much that, like, it's got to the point where anyone can say anything and anyone can do anything, and we're in these echo chambers. So my bugbear, or like, it's not even necessarily a bugbear, because you said something that inspired me yesterday, where you were like, in a way it's good that the right wing has gone the way that it's going, because we need the pendulum to swing, because it's not going to come back anytime soon, but the sooner it goes as far as it's going to go, the sooner it will come back again. Like, we are on the losing side at the moment in the narrative of what's going on in the world. And there's the Emerald podcast came out a couple of days ago about the manosphere, and it was saying, if you actually read the rhetoric of these right-wing speakers and writers and people at the moment, it's fucking poetic. It's beautiful. They're saying really amazing poetic things that sound like hippies from the 60s, and they're talking about the earth, and they're talking about gods, and they're talking about archetypes, and they're talking about regaining your power, and how the powers that be don't work anymore, and we need to fight for who we are, and we need to fight for what we believe in, and you do it by turning to your neighbour and killing them. And it's like right at the last moment it falls down, but up until there they're saying break, killing. So that's where it falls down. It's like everything up until that point is, and the thing is they're also the ones that are saying break the boundaries, break reality, don't believe the stories, don't believe all the things you've been told about how to behave, turn around and kill your neighbour.
It's going to be what I spoke about if no one else spoke about climate first. It's like climate number one, atmosphere.
It's so when with community, the thing that's been so fascinating, because SARC is the microcosm of the macro, and it is so much more on the coalface of reality than Brighton was. So Brighton, this is the real world. When you live in SARC, you're like, that is mental. It's an absolute simulation. Living in Brighton, with amazing to have 20 years foundation of people being on the same side and on the same page, that I know that my beliefs and my rhetoric are fully supported and endorsed, and have really clever people that can fully support what I'm saying and who've got my back, and absolutely feel rooted and safe and secure to be myself in the mix of 500 people who are not like that at all, who are part of the manosphere, who are fucking billionaires, who are multi-millionaires, who are bin men, who are crackheads who used to live on the streets of Reading. I'm with these people that I never would have met before, and the best thing about SARC is the community, and the worst thing about SARC is the community. Community is fucking hard work, and that's the problem. Yeah, and that's what we're.
Everything, and it's also magnified, and it's just
it doesn't stop. Yeah.
You can't in any other real life situation, you can just
walk away.
And then see them again.
Yeah.
That's why you have to fucking cycle past them.
Yeah, you have to see them every single day for the rest of your life.
That's why the right wing is just so appealing, because it's just easy answers to everything. It's like, you just have to fuck off this group of people.
Yeah.
Once they're gone, everything's going to be sweet. All you have to do is just, when it's just us, when it's just the good people, then it'll be
But is it
that's the easy way out. You have to work with people.
And the thing is that I've observed with SARC is that actually when people argue and then make up, they're closer than if you don't. So the first couple of years I was there, I was being really Brighton-y and being really polite Jolie and just being really nice and not arguing with people. And then I kept watching people who I'd seen rip each other to shreds be loads closer than they were to me, who'd only ever been nice to them. Yeah. And I kind of got to the point where I was like, and also they become I'm going to fucking start arguing with you motherfuckers. But it's also like family. Yeah. So with your family, you have your aunts and uncles who do your head in and completely don't agree with their perspective, but you know they're not going anywhere. So you can have an argument, but they're still your family. And that's the thing, is that even though we all argue in SARC, we do look after each other. And if someone's got a problem, they'll help. And then if someone's hurt someone or something like that, we will support them. Are you going to be the person that hides someone in your attic? Are you going to be the person that sneaks them across the barrier? It's just being of service and being resilient and being I'm going to fucking fight you fuckers every step of the way. And look after everyone around me as much as I possibly can.
Because you wonder why people are.
I'm going to pick that one.
There's a lot of mental health stuff.
There you go, the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune.
I was thinking about the pendulum, and I was like, that's too binary.
Yeah, this too shall pass. And within it, there's always these other spirals. So like, there's less. I mean, there probably isn't at the moment. I used to say this a few years ago and it was true, but like there's less poverty than there's ever been. There's like longer life expectancy, women's rights and women's power. I feel like we're more empowered. We're starting to lose our rights again, but like there are cycles within cycles. It's not just one cycle.
Someone once explained it to me. I went to a talk, I can't remember who she was. She was someone important in her world. She was saying that like people always
keep them for the moment
in loops and always get back to the same point, but she was like, it's not really a loop, it's like a spiral staircase. Where like we're kind of looking at the same picture, the same sort of view, but from a different point, different perspective. And like things are, although the topics come back round and we get back round again and again, it's like there are things that are different each time, and it's not.
Draw the arc of a pendulum through time, then you've got the extra dimension is the time bits. But doing that, but going that way, then it will actually make a spiral. Which right from the top looks like a pendulum. But actually, it's got another dimension you can't see unless you're.
And the thing I love about that is it's the masculine and the feminine, all that's in between. Because the masculine energy is the drive forward, the feminine energy is the cyclical, and that is in between makes it become a spiral. But we're moving forward. And I think I wrote this, I don't know, I think it's from one of my books, but why do we see before us nothing but despair when behind us there's nothing but progression? Like we're always like, it's the end of the world, but every step of the way we've just moved forward. Like, so bring it on, end level boss. So, so we're going to start in the north, Earth, Minnie. Awesome. Air, fire. Hello, lovely. Water. Well, that's nice. Okay, so in the north we have the physical, and this is about being strong. So I feel like this is a message from the universe for what we're working with the children. So being strong isn't just about like be strong. It's about like being so at ease that you have no dis-ease. So an oak tree is just fucking solid and solidly itself, and strong in a way where you feel like a superhero, but it's not about pushing or striving. It's just like nothing in your body, inside or out, is in any way ill at ease. You're just solidly strong and feeling fully in your power, which is also the Leo energy. So Leo, and that's what this year is. It's a 10-year numerology, and 10 is literally in the alchemical process. It's when the lead gets turned into gold, and we're in the Aquarius Leo eclipse portal now as well. So this is getting absolutely heightened to the max. It's about us being so emperor, so like the good head on the body that is a well, happy, healthy body. That's your community and everything. That you're so powerful, that you're strong, that you can be ready to be of service, and then you can be part of the constellation. This, in the communication and our ideas, is Lot's cup, and this is a bit like Schrodinger's cat. So anything's possible, and until we look in the box, we don't know what's going to happen. So we've got everything available. It's all to play for, and it's not a done deal. You know, until we look at the dice and see what the dice are, that's a dice cup, you don't know what you've got. So we have to pass it on saying it's 666. And until we look, we don't know. So it's all to play for. In our emotion, it's ing, which is the sperm, it's the male energy. And that is when you pop that balloon, when that sperm pops that egg, life will never be the same again. So it's transformation. It's transformation like the death card, but in a way it's kind of more inspiring. It's more like something amazing is about to happen, but nothing's going to be the same again. And it's just be fully creative. I mean, I think of it as like Elton John and Freddie Mercury and just like male creativity, and it's just like absolute like whoa.
I'd love a world run by Freddie Mercury.
Yeah, totally. Let Freddie Mercury be the spirit animal of the future. So beautiful, and that's in the passion and the fire. So it's just like coming at it with full blown pop. Woohoo! We made a new world. And then this is our inner world, which is the journey we're on, and this is the thorn, and this is Thuraz, and this is the shamanic journey. This is hanging from a tree by your nipples, through a spear through your nipples till you're nearly dead, but coming back with the wisdom and the knowledge to help the community to move on. So we're going through a shamanic journey. It's not going to be easy, that's the point. No one pays to go on a fucking kids ride, do they? I mean, they do if you're a kid. But like, we've paid to go on a really cool roller coaster, and that's what we're on. So like, that's it, you paid for this. You bought the ticket, you signed up for this is what we're doing. And in the middle is joy. Yay. So enjoy the ride. Thank you, universe. Sit wherever you wish, get comfy.
Delve into the soft embrace of the double. How have you been?
Has anyone been to Area 404?
Yeah.
Did you see the space rocket? Yeah. How do you feel? You stayed away. How do you feel about all of the stuff going on in space?
Killing the planet.
It is, isn't it? It is killing the planet. And also, who the fuck does they think they are? That's like theirs to just help themselves to, you know?
It made like a 300-foot weight or something.
Yeah, he just fucking hit the moon with a rocket, didn't he? Yeah. Did it make a massive crater?
Yeah, massive crater.
He's such a fucking prick. Can we make a massive crater in his face? Sorry. No, love. Cleanse. Yeah.
We're back now.
We're back in the room. Hi. But we do know some really sad facts about the moon. Tell them about the...
Well, one of the saddest facts that we've learned about the moon is that when humans have gone to the moon, they've gone to collect their rocks, precious rocks. We've got plenty of wonderful rocks here on Earth. We don't need to examine the rocks on the moon. But because we decided we want to bring them back, we don't have quite enough black goo to be able to send everything there and bring everything back at the same time. In lieu of the rocks, what we have left on the moon is 96 bags of human shit.
Love that. Yeah. Bags of shit. Send another rocket, and what have you got? 97 bags of shit on the moon. Yeah, the moon's covered in bags of shit. How lovely is that?
Yeah. And the irony is, of course, that the moon was formed around 3 million years ago by something striking the Earth so hard that it almost split in half. So all of the moon is made of Earth rock. It's the same. It's made of us. We've all got it here. We don't need more bits of it. We are it.
Yeah.
Save the carbon. Join NASA. Or festival.
Join NASA. We should join NASA.
We should just all be NASA.
Do you think they'd let you in?
So shall we all go and leave you here?
We want to join them as much as we want. NASA are very, very clever in lots of ways, but when they sent their first woman astronaut to go to the space station, actually, I don't think it was the moon, but to the space station, and she was going for 5, maybe 6 days, and as much as they know about many, many, many things, they clearly do not understand women's cycles, because they didn't quite know whether 100 tampons would be enough for her 5-day trip.
Sorry.
Traveling through space at such a premium, we can't even bring back our own shit. And they're like 100 tampons.
And then they asked, will that be enough? I think it might be, yeah.
I think I'd like some blood left, if that's okay.
I will just be a bag of skin.
Raisin.
Just give her a moon cup.
Give her a moon cup. So we have been trying to encourage a little bit of poetic terrorism. So we're being squeezed tighter and tighter so that we're no longer able to protest. But we have to keep protesting, and you have to keep finding clever ways to do it. So we've been creating these, which look like the plaques that you get outside a house that's got like a famous person who's lived in there. But we've put our own little messages on there. And so we're trying to encourage people to go and do a little protesting down at Area 404. Do any of you feel like you're up to the challenge? Yeah? You have to actually be sneaky, because if the guards see you, they will actually tell you off. So you actually have to sneakily do it. But we've put a string on there so you can just literally hang it over the fence, which is really quick and easy to do. So would you like, I can't do one each, but one for a group. Is there one that you, one that grabs you?
I like the sky.
Yeah, the sky's not for sale.
If you guys come together,
You go. Yeah. The earth is enough. The earth is enough.
So if we give you one per group.
Is that okay? So you're a group together, aren't you? Great.
Poetic on there. Poetic terrorism is actually one of the most beautiful examples of the paradox of limitations. Have any of you heard of the paradox of limitations? It's this very strange paradox that's noted that when you limit something, you become infinitely more creative.
Yes.
So as much as we feel like we're being squeezed in all these ways, which we are, actually what that forces us to do is be significantly more creative in how we process. And sometimes it feels like they're fucking stamping on us, but which they are, but that can help us become more creative. And you can try it in all of your own creativity rather than thinking like, oh, I could do absolutely anything with this 24 pack of colours. Pick two and try seeing what happens with two. Limit yourself and you will end up being more creative, and that's what you're sort of teaching us, how to rise up and create more.
Imitation is the architect of innovation.
Very good. Yes. Yeah. And it is also how diamonds are made.
I was going to say
High pressure.
And actually, think about how prevalent diamond is in the wider universe. You've got planets made of diamond. It's all over the show. But how many planets have got wood on them? One. In the whole universe. We're the only place where trees have grown, or where it's possible for trees to grow because of the amount of where the carbon in the air is in our system. We're the only ones with trees.
So wood is actually the most precious material in the universe.
So give them a hug.
Yeah.
Give a tree a hug.
Give the trees a hug.
We did that. We were hugging trees last night.
I'm sure the tree appreciated it.
It's just like the tree in the middle of a walkway. It's just less helpful. But it's like the nature so easily disappears in this landscape, but it's like obviously all around us, like this wonderful ground that actually can really help us feel so safe. When all this shit is going on around us, like actually we know we've got like the ground and the sky with us, right?
Can't take the sky away from us.
No.
Take the sky. Sky is not for sale.
And the earth has always got your back. The earth has always got your back.
So we're thinking about trees and the way trees form really strong communities. They go down into the ground with their roots, and they get those roots deep, and they share resources, they share information, and they help anchor them when the storm comes. So we are so inspired by trees. Trees live in community. Trees share things, and trees are stronger together.
Like the network.
Like the network.
That's how they talk through the mycelium network.
Take your side quests, go out there, and remember you can always change the story. Whatever's going on, you're in charge of your pixel, and all the pixels make a picture. So you can do whatever the fuck you want with your pixel. Don't let anyone else tell you anything other. Just make it really fabulous. And the more of us that do that, the more the picture changes. And then you don't have to worry about all of that. Just concentrate on your thing. Yeah. Big love. Smooth. It's lovely to meet you too. Go out and be big balls of love. See you later. Thank you. Mwah. See you soon.
I just want to live in here.
Yeah, you can.